Let's do our barbell bench press, okay? So there's a few different things to keep in mind when you're doing your bench. There's lots of different ways to get set up. One thing that you need to remember no matter what your setup is your shoulder blade positioning starting out, okay? So my shoulder blades should be packed kind of down, back and together throughout the whole movement. I imagine I'm trying to like bend the bar. I also can imagine that I'm trying to get my shoulder blades down into my back pockets, okay? So when I get set up, I'm going to lie in underneath the bar. I can take whatever grip weight I want, so the widest you probably go is with your index finger on the ring on the bar. You can go closer than that if you want, depending on what feels good for your shoulders, okay? So the first thing I would like to do here, I make sure I have the bar set up at a height that when I get set up, I don't have to be doing like a quarter rep just to get it off the rack, okay? So what I like to do here is I like to kind of pull up and kind of set my shoulders back like I'm trying to bend the bar and make sure that I have them set underneath me, okay? I also like to make sure you should be able to kind of get at least your arm underneath your back here. You don't need to do a mad like exorcist arch. You shouldn't be like completely flat to the bench. If you want to get set up in your strongest position you can, okay? So you're always imagine trying to bring your chest up to the bar. So I get set up, I get my scap position set in, and now I have my chest up higher than I had. What I like to do to make sure that I have my legs separate as well, you can be up on your toes here, or you can have your heels to the floor. It depends kind of what you're doing really. I like to kind of just before I unrack the bar, I lift my hips up off the floor, unrack the bar, and then lock my glutes down into place so I can feel loads of tension in them, okay? So, depending on what you're doing and who you are, you'll have loads of different ways to set up, but regardless of what way you are setting up, you're going to make sure you have that scap positioning and also the lower body nice and tight as well, okay? From there, after I unrack the bar, I'm going to literally have my arms locked overhead first. I'm going to keep the shoulder blades in place and I'm going to lower the chest onto my bar with control, stop it dead for a second and then drive it back from there, okay? So always keeping the shoulder set in place underneath me as if we're trying to bend the bar and then drive it back up from there. After that, I have to make sure that my shoulders don't lift up off the bench. So even though I'm pushing away from me, I'm still trying to keep that shoulder position set in place the whole time. I'm also trying to keep the bar perpendicular to the floor the whole time, my forearms perpendicular to the floor. So basically, if I now flatten my back, the bar should be starting kind of here, but because I'm keeping my scaps down, my arms are going to kind of tuck at 45 degrees to my body. So if you see the line of where the bar will be here, I'm not coming down here, keeping the bar straight that way, because my elbows are going to tuck slightly. The bar has to come down a bit lower on my chest, and then from there I drive back up over my eyes. Okay, so it's here, come down and up. So you'll see the bar moves through a very slight arc. It's not huge, it shouldn't come down to your stomach, but it is a very small arc that moves through rather than it coming straight down with the elbows up out wide. Okay, so I'm getting set up. If you go, that's fine, or if you do your dead stop, that's fine as well. You want to make sure that the bar doesn't sink into your chest when you lose all your tightness. So you have to stay tight in your chest and then drive up explosively from there, okay? That's our barbell bench press.